Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs man, bringing you the preview and everything else you need to know for the FA Cup 4th round, Wycombe Whingers versus Tottenham Hotspur. And today I bring you special guest Charlie. Charlie, how are you keeping?
Yeah, good, David. Thanks for having me on your channel. As always, I always enjoy coming on doing these previews, reviews, and everything related to Tottenham, of course. But yeah, look, as you said, FA Cup tie against Wycombe Wanderers. Of course, we have met Wycombe once before, which I'm sure we're going to talk about later on in this video. But yeah, look, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a game for us where, look, as you said, as we're going to get onto, no excuses, and it's an FA Cup tie that, it should be okay for us. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You can never rule anything out in the FA Cup, but yeah, and we're gonna get onto it now, I'm sure. But yeah, look, David, as always, thanks for having me on your channel.
No problem, Charlie. It's a pleasure. We love you here over at the Irish Hotspur, and the Harris Army love you too.
Harris Army, come on.
Before we get into it, make sure you smash that like, make sure you smash that subscribe, because look, the Harris Hotspur is only going one way, and that's up. So make sure you smash that button and you'll be a part of my journey. I'm on the big push for 1K. I'm about 170 off it. So make sure you smash that subscribe button and basically help me achieve my dreams. You know what I mean? Be a part of the Harris Army. Why not? We're a good army. And you definitely want to be a part of it. And just quickly before we get into it, before I tell you everything you need to know as well. Look, I took a week off. I didn't make much content. I've been flat out for the last few months doing stuff nearly every day. But one thing I can promise you is that the Irish Hotspur is back bigger and better than ever. So make sure you stay tuned for further content coming out. But look, Charlie, I'm going to tell them everything they need to know. Basically, look, we're away to Wycombe Whingers at Adam Park.
Wycombe Whingers. Wycombe Whingers, oh God.
Kickoff is at 7:45. And it's on BT Sport. And the reason why you can watch it on BT Sport on a Monday, even though we're playing Liverpool on Thursday, is because look, everyone hates Tottenham. They're jealous that we're going to be overawed with trophies this year. We're going to be tired of lifting them by the end of the season. So they moved it to a Monday for television, right? Do you know what I mean? It was done on purpose. But Charlie, what do you make of that? Do you think it's unfair?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's strange. I think it makes no sense. Like, why would they make us? I know it's probably going to be a sort of rotated team on Monday, but why would they make us play Monday then Thursday? You know what I mean? I just find it ridiculous. If you ask me, I think, as you said, like later on in the season, the worst thing is it could actually be worse for us because we could have another sort of 4-game week like we did at the start of the season. So unfortunately it could get worse than this. So hopefully, as I said, but hopefully it doesn't. And look, it's weird, it's strange, and it's a joke, quite frankly, to be honest. Why they're making us play Monday and Thursday. And you must forget we've got Brighton on the Sunday. So like that's 3 games in the space of like a week. So you know what I mean? I just find it ridiculous. But it's just about their money making, just about their TV rights, everything. It's as simple as that. They're just greedy for the money.
The way I see it, Charlie, is everyone that isn't a Tottenham fan hates Tottenham. So they're just jealous. They're all colluding together to try and tire us out.
They're just clueless, all these guys.
They're smarter than that. Do you know what I mean? Look, we're going to get into a bit of team news. Just on Wycombe, apparently they have no injuries or suspensions. Now, we do know that there is a bit of COVID apparently, but for me, look, I don't think it's true. Their manager absolutely adores Mourinho. He said it in one of in an interview. He's a big fan of Mourinho. So for me, I think he's just trying to play a few mind games to try and act like Mourinho. Look, the only thing exciting about Wigan, as far as I'm concerned, is their manager. Do you know Gareth Ainsworth? He thinks he's a rock star. He has the long wavy hair. He drives a Mustang.
I've never seen him.
You know what I mean?
I've never seen a picture of him, but I know I can picture him. I know what you mean.
No, trust me, it's going to be the most exciting thing you're going to see from Wycombe tomorrow is the manager. Honestly, the guy does think he's a rock star. He drives a Mustang.
Or a certain striker.
DC out the speakers.
Or a certain striker who is the strongest player in the world, and he goes by the name of Adebayo Akinfenwa. Oh, what a guy. Honestly, this guy's an icon to football. I love him. He's like he's an icon.
You know what? He's an icon to football, but to be honest with you, I feel hard done by Charlie because purely because I'm not a professional footballer. If I was, I'd be the strongest professional footballer in the world. Honestly. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a lot more mobile than Akinfenwa. He's 39. He hasn't scored all season, and he has to strap his knee before every game. his best days are behind him. I wouldn't be worried about him. But I'm telling you now, I'm stronger than Akinfenwa.
I mean, when we played them last time, he bullied
Akinfenwa
Carter
doesn't have
Vickers.
these stats on his FIFA card, lad.
David, when we played them last time, Akinfenwa, yes, he's not a goal threat, but he bullied Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers got absolutely bullied by Akinfenwa. And I'm worried that something similar could happen to Sanchez if Sanchez plays.
Yeah, but look, one thing I will give Sanchez, he's better than Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers is shit. He's never worked out. I think the only reason why they had him there was to try and capitalise on the American market, if I'm being honest. But look, Charlie, we'll move on into the Tottenham team news. Look, we know that Lo Celso is out. Again, he's out injured. He's pulling a lamella on it. Dele is supposedly out injured. To be honest with you,
I think he's injured. There's no way he's injured. You know what I mean? There's no way. Something's going on there. Something is going on.
100% you're going to see him move to PSG or someone this week. 100% he's not injured. And then there's doubts about Aurier and Doherty. To be honest with you, Aurier's ill. So look, let him have a rest and hopefully he gets back fighting fit for Liverpool because that's what I want to see there. I'm not too concerned about Doherty. He pissed me off against Marine, so I don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he has to do right now to get into every Spurs fan's good books and start producing. So hopefully he does that very soon. Which, look, people are going to sit here and say we've no right back, but don't forget we've got Japhet Tanganga, the best right back in the league, in the FA Cup. Last time he played there against Middlesbrough, he absolutely destroyed himself.
Nearly got a goal that day. He nearly scored. I remember he had that darting run forward and he hit it just wide of the post. Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Charlie, I have a few stats for you and then we'll get into talking about the game. So Wycombe have won only just 3 of their 23 matches in the Championship, which proves to me they can't score goals, they concede goals, and they're just playing shit, to be honest with you. We should be beating them as long as we have the right attitude. Look, it's only the second meeting between the two sides. Spurs winning 14 in the FA Cup.
The first one was very eventful. That was very eventful, the first one. Oh, my God. 3-2 down with like 5 minutes to go of 10 men. How we pulled that out of the bag was insane. And what's funny as well is they were out of that season. That was our last year at White Hart Lane. They were the closest team that came to beating us at White Hart Lane. They came closest out of any team, which is funny considering back then Wycombe were a League 2 side. And look, they were 2-0 up. We pulled it back to 2-2. They went 3-2, and then we got 2 at the end, luckily. But yeah, it was an eventful game. That's for sure. And look, will we see the same thing again? Oh, my heart could not take that last time. That was incredible.
Believe it or not, though, Charlie, Jose Mourinho has actually been to the Adams Park before with Chelsea in the League Cup semi-final years ago with Chelsea. And they drew 1-1 there and then ended up beating them 4-0 at home in the second leg. So Jose Mourinho doesn't have a good record at the ground. But look, it's Chelsea. They're shit. We all know they're shit. So with Tottenham, it's never going to happen. And then, look, Tottenham have progressed from 20 of their last 21 FA Cup ties against lower opposition. The last one that we lost was Leeds back in, I think it was 2012 or 13. You know a bit about that game, Gareth Bale.
Oh, yeah, it was that skill that Gareth Bale done. I still see clips of it popping up today. And it was it was in that game against Leeds at Elland Road. So, yeah, I guess that's the only thing to remember from that game, considering we lost. So, yeah, just point that out. Quality 100%. Skill from Gareth Bale.
Wycombe have lost 7 of the last 8 FA Cup ties against Premier League opposition. The only one they, of course, beat was Leicester. But look, Leicester, people give Leicester a lot of respect.
When did they beat Leicester?
I think they will tire out.
When did they beat Leicester, Wycombe? Was that recently when Leicester were like a Premier League side? Or
Yeah, it would have been since they came up to the Premier League. I'm not sure what year it is. I don't delve that much into stats. But yeah, they did beat Leicester, I'm sure of that. And then, of course, Lucas Moura has been involved in 9 goals in 11 FA Cup starts, more than any other Spurs player since 2018, with 4 goals and 5 assists. But all that tells me is that Lucas Moura has only ever been a big part player, and that's the reason why he ends up playing a lot of the FA Cup games, in my opinion. What do you think on that, Charlie?
Yeah, I agree. I think we know that Lucas Moura is not good enough to play for Tottenham anymore. I think his time's come to an end. But at the end of the day, yeah, to be fair to him, I'll give him credit where credit's due because this season he has stepped up in the Europa League when other players haven't. So I'll give him that. He has stepped up in Europa League. However, at the end of the day, it's Europa League. You know what I mean? You can't judge too much on that. And it's the same with these FA Cup games, as you said, getting the most goals against sort of lower league sides. You can't sort of judge it too much. And the thing is with Lucas, I actually think Lucas has a lot of quality. He just doesn't use it. He doesn't use his pace. He doesn't cut in. He doesn't make the runs. And I think, look, At the end of the day, yeah, it's a great stat. It is, but I don't think you can read too much into it, to be honest.
Yeah, look, the only reason why I read into it is that the fact that he just ended up playing a lot of these FA Cup ties.
He scored
Because
against
a
Rochdale.
lot
He
of them
scored
would
on
have
his
been under
debut.
Pochettino. A
He
lot of them
scored on
would have
his.
been under Pochettino, and Pochettino didn't take the cup seriously. So for
He
me, it
scored
just
on.
shows that he
He
has been
scored
a
on
bit
his
bad
debut.
there.
He scored on his debut against Rochdale. Remember, Lucas?
Yeah,
He scored against Rochdale.
yeah. Yeah, but look, speaking of time, Charlie, it's time to turn Wycombe Wanderers into Wycombe Whingers, because at the end of the day, we should be beating these. We turn up there with just the players turn up there with the right attitude, take it seriously. Because to be honest with you, I'd be pissed off if they didn't turn up there with the right attitude. Because at the end of the day,
you have to have the right attitude. At the end of the day, right? If you go there with the wrong attitude, where you're like sluggish on the ball, you're just sluggish in your play. Wycombe could do something. They could if you go with the wrong attitude. It's the FA Cup. We know the magic of the cup. Anything can happen if the Premier League side doesn't turn up with the right attitude. So yeah, look, attitude is important. We have to go there professional. I know Marine was Marine, but still the way we played against Marine, we were professional in our attitude, and we got the job done. So look, I'm hoping for something similar tomorrow, and I'm expecting something similar. So yeah, right attitude's required, 100%.
Well, to be honest with you, the reason why I want the right attitude is because half of these players, it's going to be a second string team tomorrow, in my opinion. Yeah. And most of them players that are playing out there in the second string team, it's their own fault they're playing in games like this. So, because they haven't produced when they have had the chance. And for me, we're in the hunt for 4 trophies. So if they want to try and get into Mourinho's first team, you know what I mean? It's a game for them to prove to him why he shouldn't be overlooking them, why they should be picked in the first team. So at the end of the day, if they go out there with a poor attitude tomorrow, they've no one to blame but themselves, because they're the only reason why they're out there. No one else.
As I said as well, David, like I said this before all the Europa League games and stuff, like whatever team goes out there tomorrow should be there with the right attitude and will be more than good enough to win the game. More than good enough to win the game, 100%. And I think, as you said, these types of games, like if you lose them, you've only got yourselves to blame. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, Wycombe did this, their player did this, or the referee's that." In these types of games, if you lose these types of games, you've only got yourselves to blame. We saw it against Antwerp. That was only ourselves to blame. You can only blame yourselves if you lose these types of games. And the main reason why if you lose these types of games is because of the wrong attitude. So look, I fully expect the right attitude, the right commitment, the right desire, and the right quality at the end of the day. I expect all of those things tomorrow. And if we do have all those things tomorrow, then I think we should hopefully have enough to get the job done tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I'm going into the game so confident, as I always do. Everyone knows over here at the Irish Hotspur that I'm confident going into every game. I think we should be beating everything. There's no excuses. There's no excuses for losing to Wycombe tomorrow. None whatsoever, in my opinion. And if we do, which I don't think we will, but if we do, I have a lot of questions to be asking about players. But look,
we will. At
the end of the day, they're bottom of the championship. I honestly think we're going to rock up there tomorrow. I think we're going to spank them 3-4-0. I think it's going to be easy. And we're going to leave Wycombe Wanderers wandering all over the place, wondering what happened, because we're just going to go over there. We're going to be so professional. We're going to play them off the park, and they're going to be dazzled by what Premier League quality is all about.
David, that's quality. Quality. Wycombe Whingers, Wycombe wondering where we are. That's quality.
Look, it's all off the cuff, Charlie. I can assure you that. You know what I mean? But look, for me, I actually think we're going to rock up there tomorrow. We're going to start fast, and we're going to get a nice early goal. There's going to be no settling in, none of that. We're going to start. We're going to rock up. We're going to start fast. We're going to get an early goal and control the game from there. And one thing I will say is I'm never usually too far wrong. There was a week or two where I had a couple of bad weeks, but apart from that, I've been spot on most of the time. How do you think we're going to approach this game, Charlie?
Yeah, look, I agree. I think we have to go there, start fast, hopefully get a couple of goals, try and sort of kill things off as early as possible. And then maybe if we do that, we can maybe see some of the youngsters like Alfie Devine, Dane Scarlett, if they're in the squad, of course. But yeah, look, as you said, I think that has to be the approach, 100%. I think we have to go there, kill it off, get an early goal, get another one, and just keep going. Just don't take our foot off the gas. So maybe do that if we're like have a big scoreline or whatever. But yeah, as you said, we have to go there, try and get an early goal and just take it from there. Because look, it's one of these types of games where if it goes on 0-0 for ages, that's where Wycombe can become very dangerous. Like we saw it with Cheltenham, bloody Cheltenham against Man City, when that went on for 0-0 for too long. City didn't create much in the first half, and Cheltenham scored out of nothing from a long throw of all things. You know what I mean? So if the game tomorrow drags out 0-0 for like an hour, then something like that could easily happen. You know what I mean? Like that's the worry. So look, as you said, the approach has to be go there, early goal, kill the game off as early as possible, and then go out there, get the job done, and then move on.
Again, look, in these ties against all these smaller teams, we know that they're going to rock up the Premier League teams, play every man behind the ball.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's exactly what Wycombe's going to do tomorrow. They're going to play 10 men behind the ball and use Akinfenwa as their
target,
their out ball. They're going to try and ping the ball up to him, and hopefully he'll be able to knock it about. But one thing I will say is if it's not directly to him, he's not the most mobile, so they're going to have a lot of trouble and they're just going to end up taking away a lot of possession. Look, I know they're going to sit behind the ball, but they're shit. We've more than enough quality to be
exactly. We have more than enough quality to open them up. Yeah.
They should be like a bit of slow roasted pulled pork where you just pull it off, it just falls apart. You know, that's exactly what that should be tomorrow. It should be that easy, honestly.
God. No, exactly. I agree. We should have more, even despite them setting up like that, which they will. We know they will. Any lower league side are going to do that. And at the end of the day, whoever plays, there should be more than enough quality to open them up. You know what I mean? More than enough quality to open them up.
Yeah, more than enough quality. Like I keep telling people, they're bottom of the championship. They don't score too many. They concede a lot more than what they score. So there are really real problems. Like, to me, look, even if to me, you score 2 goals tomorrow, it's over and done with. There's no way they're scoring 2 against us. The only thing I think we need to keep our eye on is if they do get up the pitch, they will play for a lot of set pieces and try and hit Akinfenwa with the crosses. So for me, with them, what you do is you double up on Akinfenwa, you put one in behind, one in front, and you just don't let him jump. It's as simple as that. You give him an absolute Tottenham sandwich and make sure he eats every bit of it. Do you know what I mean? It's that easy. But look, Charlie, what we'll do is we're going to get into our predicted lineup.
I'll share the screen. I'll share it now.
We'll get into the predicted lineup now in a second. But look, guys, I don't want any of this Spursy mentality going into the game tomorrow thinking, oh, well, you know, it's not for Tottenham, we're Spursy. I'm on a mission to start eradicating that word.
Yeah.
So if anyone that comes on my channel is not allowed to use that word.
If anyone uses that word or has that mentality, then you're part of the problem. That's all I'm saying. I'm not calling anyone out individually. I'm just saying as a collective, if anyone has that mentality and uses that, well, we're just going to say the S word because I cannot stand that word. I hate that word with a passion. So, look, if you're going to use that word, if you're going to think like that, then you're part of the problem. You know what I mean? That's the reality. You know what I mean? So,
and look,
just a message to our fan base as a collective, not anyone individually, just as a collective, our fan base. If you have that mentality, then you're part of the problem. That's how I see it. That's just my opinion anyway.
100%. And for me, on this whole Dr. Tottenham Spursy, I'm actually banning it on my channel. I'm banning it on my channel. I don't want to hear any more of it because at the end of the day,
no, I know, I've said it.
We should be rocking up there. Like, if you can't be confident going in against Wycombe, how are you ever going to be confident behind your team ever? The thing is, for me, look, I know on here I criticise a lot of the players, and for me, it's justified. I don't care what anyone says to me; it's justified. But one thing I will say is, for this week, with the FA Cup game, and then you have Liverpool, you have Brighton, and you have Chelsea and City. For this next period, let's all get behind the team. Let's all be confident going into the games. Let's all get behind Jose. Stop questioning his tactics. And look, for me, I'm willing to get behind players until they give me a reason to slate them, to be honest. So look, I just call on everyone to start getting behind the team, sit back with a bottle of beer tomorrow, put on the shades, put on your beach hat, pretend you're at the beach, and just watch the game because it's going to be easy. I'm never too far wrong. But look, Charlie, we're going to get into the predicted lineup here now.
I'll just get it up. Yep, there we go.
In goals. Look, we were having a discussion, Gazzaniga or Hart, but for me, Gazzaniga's days are finished at Tottenham. I don't think Mourinho has any plans for him. So I think it's Joe Hart. What do you think?
Yeah, give Hugo a rest, give Joe Hart another cup game, as we know. Look, whatever we think of Joe Hart, look, we know I don't think anyone's his biggest fan, really, considering long shots and everything like that. But yeah, look, give Hugo a rest, save Hugo for Liverpool, and yeah, just give Joe Hart another go. And played against Mourinho, of course. So yeah, I don't have too many problems with that one.
Yeah, 100%. Then we'll move on to the right back, Charlie. Look, I wouldn't be surprised to see Doherty make the lineup. I really wouldn't. But for me, if we're going off what Jose said, him and Ori are supposedly doubts. So there's only one man. It's the Jaffa Tanganga, Mr. FA Cup. He destroyed Middlesbrough at right back in the FA Cup. Everyone sees him as a long-term centre-back. Jose says he sees him as a long-term right back. And to be honest with you, I think he can also play there. I think he's a good option. So let's see what he's made of tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. I think Tanganga's been a player that's been quite unlucky with injuries. I thought he had that first injury at the start of the season. Then he came back, played the second half of our Europa League group stage campaign, and he got injured again, unfortunately, because I thought he was really doing well in those Europa League games. So, yeah, look, back from injury now, hopefully a chance for him to get more minutes, get another chance to impress. And, if Tanganga starts at right back, then I have full confidence in him, 100%. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing him again.
Yeah, 100%. We'll go over to left back because there's a bit of talking point at centre back. Left back, I think you will see Ben Davies. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I want to see Reguilon rested and play against Liverpool. But on the flip side, he did play Davies against Liverpool last time for the physicality wise. And to be fair, he did have Salah in his pocket. I believe when he went home and took his trousers off, put them in the wash, missing pulled more Salah out of his pocket. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Reguilon did start tomorrow, with an eye on Liverpool and Davies playing. But for me, I'd rather play Davies tomorrow instead of Reguilon for Liverpool as an attacking outlet.
Yeah, I agree. I think we will see Reguilon against Liverpool, so that means I think Davies will play this one. And to be fair to Ben Davies, when he has stepped in the side recently, he's had a few good games, to be fair to him, against like Leeds and stuff. So look, I don't know if he plays tomorrow. I don't have too many problems with him there tomorrow. So yeah, as I said, save Reguilon for Liverpool, and give Davies another run out tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. Apparently, rumour around the locker room is that Ben Davies was listening to that Irish Hotspur Marcelo slating him, and he used that as motivation to pick up some points. Keep it up, Ben. Keep it up.
God. Come on.
Moving into centre back, this is a contentious talking point. For me, I'd rather not play Toby and play him against Liverpool, but honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see him play. I think definitely one player for sure going to see play tomorrow is Sanchez. Marcelo's going to kill me and say, "Oh, the Welsh Maldini."
Oh, I think Rodon will play. You know, I think I said in my predicted lineup, I said Rodon and Toby. I said Toby because Toby, for some reason, I don't know why, hasn't played a lot of football lately at all, really. Yeah. So he should be more than fresh for this one. Even if Toby plays tomorrow, I still think he should play against Liverpool either way. So look, I think. I'm going for Toby and Rodon, the Welsh Maldini at centre back. I'm going for them two. David, it's your channel, so if you want to take it on.
Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of Toby and Sanchez, but now I'm thinking Sanchez and Rodon. Well, look, no, we'll go with Toby and Rodon. We'll go with Toby and Rodon. For me, you have two big physical lads in there up against Akinfenwa. You have Rodon with his pace. He loves a clean sheet. And then you have Alderweireld with his nous and experience. Hopefully, there should be enough to deal with for me.
And as well, I'll just point this out as well. I think that should be our main two centre-back pairing. I think you just have to drop Dyer. Look, I think Dyer will be rested for this game because I think we all know Dyer's going to play against Liverpool, whether we like it or not. Personally, I think Dyer needs to be dropped. I don't think he should play against Liverpool. And I want to see Rodon and Toby starting these next Premier League games. However, because it's Mourinho, because he has this favouritism undroppable towards Dyer, which I don't know why, then I think Dyer will be rested, and hopefully, albeit it is against Wycombe, we will get a glimpse of Rodon and Toby and see how they work together, because it's something that I've definitely been calling for.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I will say as well is if you do see Sanchez and Rodon play tomorrow, it definitely means Toby and Dyer will be playing against Liverpool. But look, we're going to move into midfield now, Charlie. Another hard one to predict, to be honest with you. Look, you don't want to be playing Endon Baller tomorrow. You really don't. No. You want him completely on the bench.
Same with Le General. Rep him and Cotton Wool. You need to save these guys.
But for me, then it's kind of a matter who do you play. Look, I have a way around this. I am going to play a 4-2-3-1 in my formation.
Yeah,
with Sissoko and Winks playing in the midfield. Yeah. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, I agree. I said that in my predicted lineup as well. I said I think it will be Winks and Sissoko. Look, yes, we need to save Højbjerg. We just have to save him for Liverpool. And I think, look, yes, we can say about Winks, there is always that risk we could get overrun. However, at the end of the day, it is against a lower league opposition, so there's less of that risk. And Sissoko, he adds that physicality, as we know, alongside Winks. So look, for me, the main purpose of this midfield is just to give Højbjerg a rest, basically. And I think, as I said, I think it will be Sissoko and Winks. And look, we relied on them two the whole of last season. So and we got through last season. So look, hopefully we shouldn't have too many problems with that double pivot.
Look, for me, Winks will actually be playing at his level tomorrow, Championship. So he should have no problem at all. I think you will see Sissoko play beside him. I don't want Sissoko playing a full 90 because I do believe he will be integral against Liverpool. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Moving up to the three in front of them. Look, I'm actually going to go with Lucas on the right, Bale on the left, and Lamela in the middle. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, I completely agree. That's the exact three I went for in my predicted lineup. I said that you'll see Lamela probably come in that number 10 role, as Dele is apparently injured. Ndombele should be rested, and Lo Celso is out injured. So I think Lamela's one of the only options there. And it'd be good to see Lamela come back after, look, he had that frustrating and pathetic incident really with the party and things. So look, it'll be good to see him come back. And look, we know Lamela, he likes to get goals in these kind of games. He always does it in Europa League and sort of cup games. So look, I fancy Lamela to get on the score sheet. I do. I fancy it. So yeah, Lamela. And what was it? Did you say Bale on the left?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gareth Bale on the left. Purely because I don't want Son to play. I don't want Bergwijn to play. You know what I mean? I don't want Ndombele playing either. So that's why I've gone with them three. Look, Bale's been sitting there. He looks like he's happy to collect his wages. He hasn't offered anything. So tomorrow would be a chance for him to honestly get out there and show us that he genuinely wants to be here instead of back in Spain on a fucking golf course, the most boring sport in the world.
Yeah, look, as I said, I put Bale and Mar on as well. I think it'll be a good opportunity for him to get minutes, get fitness going, and hopefully get a goal and an assist, and hopefully, as you said, prove that he wants to be here. He wants to be part of our plans. So yeah, look, I think it'll be good to see him. Hopefully, he could sort of take more of a risk tomorrow with his pace and stuff, because it is, with all due respect, against a lower league opposition. So yeah, look, I think Gareth Bale 100%. I don't have too many problems with him playing at all.
Yeah, 100%. And because the level he was at, I expect him to be head and shoulders above Wycombe tomorrow. No excuses. If he doesn't play well, for me, I'm done with Gareth Bale at Tottenham. Honestly, people may say it's coming across as harsh, but how long do we need to keep giving this guy to get fit and up to speed? It's not good enough. He should already be up to speed and he should be fit by now. Look, up front, I'm going to go with Vinicius. Again, I don't want Kane to play. You know, for me, look, you keep Kane, Son, Højbjerg, Ndombele. You keep all them on the bench.
Wrap them in cotton wool. Yeah, you have to keep them. You have to save them for Liverpool. And I think on Vinicius, I think, as I said in my preview, it's a good opportunity for him. When he's played, he's done pretty well. Like, what was it, 6 goals and 4 assists? Yes, he got a hat trick against Marine.
He's off the back of a hat trick. He's coming off the back of a hat trick.
Yes, it was against Marine, but it's still a hat-trick at the end of the day, and it will definitely help his confidence. So, yeah, look, I back Vinicius to do well in this game if he does start, and I hope he does start. As you said, give Kane a rest, wrap him in cotton wool, and, yeah, it'll be good to see Vinicius get another start tomorrow.
One thing I was very happy with Vinicius against Marine, actually, was, look, we all know they set a lot of men behind the ball, these lower positions. But one thing I like about Vinicius, he's very alive in the box. He comes very alive in the box. He's always looking for balls. He's always scrapping. So, look, for me, it's a perfect game for him. And I hope he gets a couple of goals. So, look, we'll just run through the lineup there quickly. We have Joe Hart in goals. We have Japhet Tanganga, the master at right back. We have Toby and Roden at centre back, the Welsh Maldini. We have Ben Davies at left back. We have Harry Winks and Moussa Sissoko in the middle. We have Lamela in front of them with Moore out right, Bale out left, and Vinicius up front. Charlie, that should be more enough to go over there and give these an absolute spanking tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. As you said, I think there's a lot of quality in that team against a team like Wycombe. There's more than enough quality to go and beat Wycombe convincingly tomorrow. You look at Lamela, Lucas, Bale, there's pace there. There's Vinicius as well. There is quality in that team. So yeah, look, as I said, more than it's quality that it's quality that should be enough quality to beat Wycombe, if you know what I mean. It's quality that should be more than enough to beat Wycombe. And yeah, look, I'm fully expecting a win. I'm fully expecting us to get the job done, be professional, go with the right attitude and quality. And it should be more than good enough. And I'm assuming now we're going to get onto our score predictions, if you want to take that away.
Yeah, we're just about to get onto them. Go on, tell me what your score prediction is.
Yeah, so I'm going 2-0. I said in my preview, I said 2-0. However, I might change that now. I'm going to go 3-1. I just have a feeling that Wycombe might get a goal from like a set piece or something. You know what I mean? Because Wycombe are going to be well up for this. They're going to be well up for this. They're going to play out their skins for this. So I just got a sneaky feeling we might concede, particularly with like the likes of Joe Hart in between the sticks and stuff. So yeah, I'm going 3-1. At the end of the day, even if they do score, it should still be more than convincing. It should be. So my goal scorers, I'm going to go for Vinicius, Lamela, and Mora to get one. for us. So, yeah, they're my goal scorers. So I'm going 3-1. I think, it should be more than a comfortable. And as you saw by the lineup, there should be more than enough quality to get the job done tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going 4-0. I don't think there's enough oil to go around. There's only one well-oiled machine, and that's Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm going to go with Vinicius with 2. I'm going to go Gareth Bale with a free kick. And I'm going to go Lucas Moura. I think Lucas Moura will score. Look, for me, the only entertaining thing about them is their manager, Gareth Ainsworth. We're going to turn Gareth Ainsworth into Gareth ain't winning nothing. And we're going to turn Wycombe Wanderers into Wycombe Whingers. It's going to be so easy. We're going to absolutely smash them tomorrow, Charlie. Look, so there we have it, lads. There's your preview for Tottenham v Wycombe Whingers. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you like. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. It's free at the end of the day.
Subscribe to David. For that comment alone, Wycombe Whingers, subscribe to Whingers. What? Whingers. Subscribe to David for that comment alone. That's hilarious.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, but look, make sure you do subscribe. And like I promised you, the Irish Hotspur is back bigger, better than ever. Make sure you stay tuned for the content. A big thank you to Charlie. Make sure you get over to Charlie's channel, Charlie THFC in capitals. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you like me, I'm always on his channel as well, so you're definitely going to like his channel. And if you like what you've seen from Charlie today, it's also another reason to get over there and smash that subscribe. But look, a big thank you to the Harris Army and anyone else out there for watching. As always, in Jose we trust. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on.